But I was a scholar, hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck undercover. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it in it. Give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Cowboys are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Redskins, who will need to solve that secondary.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, right away, he lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Fournette, a first down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, near the 42.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And tough starting field position here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. A tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying, we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Black round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's a matchup. Maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, just depending on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when the quarterback escapes. Coverages go haywire. But in this case, he didn't take advantage of it by getting set and making a nice throw.
Yeah, and with that pressure coming, maybe he should have just gotten rid of it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down.
Down of the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Come on, let's go.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the play. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start. On first down, it's Gurley. Room here to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. Into the Redskins. How did they do?
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 49. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Fournette on the counter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. 1st and goal from the 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They go with the keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Back in that Philly. Here we go. Switch. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys. in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. What? 90. Ohio. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Flex round. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
All right, here we go. Over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Good move by Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there at 22. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
He'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure.
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. When the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now he's forced out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. will add on to their lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra.